On to the next speaker, there is something for you. This is just to check our WhatsApp skills, because mentally I believe we spend a lot of time on WhatsApp rather than speaking. Sometimes when I go and check WhatsApp, I suddenly see 500 messages unread. So this is one post I posted in Menti 2 days ago. The repetition of a word at the end of each phrase or a clause is called anaphora. The repetition, you're closer, but there's a catch. The repetition of a word at the end of each phrase or a clause is called
very complicated, right?
Use an example why the people
or I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, but nothing but the truth. By the people, of the people, and for the people. So it comes in which category? Jaganathan is very smart. He's immediately checking at WhatsApp. Right? You are born to be a great reader. So this is called epistrophe. Epistrophe. Yeah, right, good. So that's how we are re-emphasizing Thomas's education session in a different way. So next, let's move on to the next speaker Jaganathan, and it's again icebreaker. So we can skip the repeating of the objectives. So a little, this speaker evaluator is Priyanka, right? Not Samisha. So you don't need to misunderstand her as Samisha. Right. Speaker Jaganathan works for TCS, and one of the great things he has done in his life, I also was connected with that. When he had an opportunity to work in London, and he was working there for 3 years, he had an opportunity to extend his stay there, but he thought it's important to come back and stay there with family and support the family in India, and he feels that's a great moment in his life. And his objective of joining Toastmasters is to be good to great in leadership and communication. I'm sure his journey has already started. So let's welcome Jaganathan with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, dear Modi. Let me start with a beautiful quote from Alfred Lord Tennyson. I chatter in my way towards a brimming river. Men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. So these are the lines which I've read from my school days, which have been hitched into my memories for a long time. Fellow Toastmasters and Novice, I am Jaganathan. I come from a small town. I born in a small town called Kallakuchi. That's in Vilupuram district. Anybody knows, this is still an average town, but there is something special about it. Anyone of you know? Okay, let me break this. So it has produced one of the famous movie directors, Rajini, A.R. Murugadas. Apparently, we both have lived in the same street. By the way, I didn't know him till the time he became famous. Had I been a little bit more socializing and surprising with him, probably you would be. That was one of my missed opportunity to become good to great. Okay. But then, coming on to my own story, I did my schooling. Started schooling and did my studies over there, and it all started with. Eventually, I used to be a front bencher, unfortunate front bencher in my classes, who apparently stood first in classes. And so then I used to think that, okay, I'm great. And I used to think, I'm great, so I'm going to become a scientist. Someday I will win a Nobel Prize for India. That used to be my biggest dream, okay, right from the school days. But then as I moved on, I completed my school, I stood school first in that place, and then that's when I decided, okay, it's fine. Now I need to know about somewhere else. I can't be there at my native place for long. So I decided to come to Chennai to do my 11th standard onwards, to get a bigger exposure, to move on to get on to bigger things in life. So I eventually came over here and then did my UG, but in computer science. Initially, my dream was to become a scientist. So all of that has got vanished. By the time I got fascinated into computers. So I just thought I would become a software engineer. So that again one of the missed opportunity to become good to great. I should have probably pursued my career in research, but then I carried on from that moment to get into the software career. But then the software career itself, those days getting a job in IT for me it was not that easy. I still have got into a lot of struggle. So when I was doing my PG MCA, I used to do a lot of petty jobs to work as a part-time employee, doing printing and visiting cards for companies like CTS. At that time I used to dream, okay, one day I'll land a job in CTS. Okay. Eventually, the reason why obviously I was doing those pretty odd job was to get access to computers. Because that was the rarity those days. Now, after a lot of struggle, I still got a job in TCS. This time it's only the letters changed, CTS and TCS. I just thought that that's fine, I'll move on. And then I just got to work on many, after that, from that moment onward, it's full of, upward strings. I've been on many Indian domestic projects and worked with the likes of Dalmia Cement, Chennai Metro Water. So the system we all use for making your payments in Metro Water is completely designed by me. Okay. So then I moved on to UK for a 3-year stint, and then I had an opportunity to continue there. I just chose to come back to look after my family, and now I kind of I'm happily married, got 2 beautiful daughters, Savisha and Anusha, and they are still. And in my house it's full of girls, so my mom, wife, and my 2 daughters, they always gang up against me whenever there is an opportunity. So as far as the missed opportunity is concerned, I got many such missed opportunities. Nevertheless, I just choose to continue my journey as the river, flows on. If you always face all the obstacles in your life, you keep moving on, find your own way to overcome your problems, to become great. So I just wanted to, end my quote with my favorite lines from Alfred Lord Tennyson. I chapter, all my way to join the brimming river. Men may come, men may go, but I won't forever. Thank you.
So he spoke, and the CC one was over. Right, fantastic.